day to all of you, especially to our beautiful and charming senior high school student of La Filipina National High School. Today, we will bring you another remarkable experience as we endure to learn right here at Radio Eskwela. I am your teacher host, Teacher Benny, with our teacher broadcaster, Teacher Nelson Rulete, to share and discuss the essential topic for today's subject matter. Today, you will once again encounter a great related to health optimizing physical education too, which is about managing stress through physical activity. We know that some students have some difficulties with their lessons, but through this Radio Eskwela, we can help you even in this way for a little while. I know and I feel that some of you out there listening are excited to watch what is being talked about today. Are you ready? Okay, prepare yourselves with your modules and be attentive now to our teacher broadcaster, Nelson Rulete. Take it away.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to another lesson full of knowledge, skills, and experience. I am your teacher broadcaster, Teacher Nelson Rulete from La Filipina National High School Senior High School Department. Join me as we start another fun-filled and exciting lesson in Health Optimizing Physical Education, or HOPE 2. Make sure that you are comfortably seated and be ready with your paper and pen for taking notes of today's lesson. Okay? At this point, let us first read the three objectives of today's lesson. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to A. Discuss stress and its characteristics. Letter B. Give value as to the importance of managing stress through physical activities. Letter C. Execute appropriate physical activities that will assess one's fitness level. I hope that you'll be able to embrace our learning as we discuss them all one by one today. Today's lesson is all about managing stress through physical activity. We all experience stress in our lives because the vast majority of health problems were caused or influenced by stress. It is important to understand how stress affects one's body and learn effective stress management techniques to pin down stress rather than affecting you. And this is what we will talk about later. Before we proceed to our formal discussion, let's try to answer this activity, which is called Write Me. So, you may write the word true if the statement is correct, and if wrong, write the word false. This activity will assess your stored knowledge regarding coping with stress through physical activity. And do not worry if you got wrong answers because this is only a pre-test activity. Okay? Let's start with number 1. The body response to the discomfort it experiences is called stress. It is true or false? I will repeat. The body response to the discomfort it experiences is called stress. It is true or false? So now, what is the correct answer? The correct answer is true. Let's proceed with number 2. Many of the physical symptoms of stress can be managed through physical activity. It is true or false? Many of the physical symptoms of stress can be managed through physical activity. It is true or false? Okay, what's the exact answer? The exact answer is true. Number 3. Walking, running, dancing, swimming, yoga, and gardening are few examples of physical activity to cope with stress. It is true or false? Again, listen. Walking, running, dancing, swimming, yoga, and gardening are few examples of physical activity to cope with stress. It is true or false? So what do you think the precise answer? The precise answer is true. Number 4. Stress gives a good impact on your emotional equilibrium as well as your physical health. It is true or false? Stress gives a good impact on your emotional equilibrium as well as your physical health. It is true or false? What is the specific answer? The specific answer is false. Why false? Stress is a more negative impact if we talk about physical health condition. For number 5, a positive stress reaction is referred to as stress. It is true or false? A positive stress reaction is referred to as distress. It is true or false? Okay, what is the definite answer? The definite answer is false. Why it is false? Because the word positive in the statement is wrong. Stress is more negative than a positive result. Did you get the correct answer or have a perfect score? If yes, good job and congratulations, students. And for those students who did not get the right answers, don't be discouraged of your lost score because this is only a pre-test activity. If you want to get a perfect score for our post-test later, cautiously listen well to our today's lesson. Okay? At this point, I will give the background of the lesson on why managing stress is vital, especially in our present situation amidst of COVID-19 pandemic. This lesson will help you on how to give value to boost your mental ability by actively participating in any physical activities. What stress is and its characteristics. It is noteworthy that in the daily changes of life, individuals often encounter discomfort, circumstances, and events that disturb one's physical, mental, and emotional states every day. The body's response to such discomfort it experiences is called stress. Stress is the body's way of reacting to an external stimulus such as discomfort. It activates the sympathetic nervous system, which brings about a fight or flight response wherein cortisol and adrenaline are released into the bloodstream. These hormones stimulate your heart to pump faster, making your blood pressures rise. Your muscle starts to contract, your breathing quickens, and your senses become more sensitive. These changes in your body caused by stress increases your stamina and strength, make you react quickly, and keeps you more focused. Stress affects all. It is part of one's life. The human body and its system are equipped to respond to stress. Most of the events that happen to you and around you contribute stress to your body. The effects of stress differ from one individual based on their ability to adjust to certain changes from the environment and the people around them. Some are capable to cope easily, but the others had a hard time. On the other part, stress can be helpful it can keep a person alert and set to avoid vulnerability. On the other hand, it becomes harmful when a person is subjected to stress without relief or relaxation between situations. Stress-related tension may build up and consume the person. A negative stress reaction is referred to as distress. Distress triggers mental, emotional, and physical problems, and even worse, certain symptoms or diseases. So that is why, my dear students, we need to engage in any forms of physical activities for us to protect from mental illness. This message has a connection to our next discussion. Now, we will discuss coping with stress through physical activity and its examples. Coping techniques are said to be of help, but most health professionals recommend participation and engagement in physical activity and exercise in the utmost ideal strategy. Okay, let's talk about it now. Stress is inevitable and eliminating it entirely from one's life is impossible. Changes in daily events are beyond any person's capacity. However, one's reactions to stressful changes can be managed. Regular exercise is sometimes done to cope with stress. Spending time with friends or family, sleeping, watching movies, as well as listening to music also work. These coping techniques are said to be of help, but most health professionals recommend participation and engagement in physical activity and exercise as preferred strategy. Many of the physical symptoms of stress can be managed through physical activity. Physical activity defined as any bodily movement that works your skeletal muscles and physical skills that require strength and energy, or energy expenditure. This includes any motion performed throughout the day. Walking, running, dancing, swimming, yoga, and gardening are few examples of physical activity. What are the example activities to eliminate stress? So there are 5 types of activity. First, we have aerobic. Second, we have anaerobic. Third is lifestyle. The fourth one is about play. And number 5 is about sports. Number 1, aerobic. It means light to moderate intensity physical activity that requires more oxygen than sedentary behavior and thus promotes cardiovascular fitness and other health benefits. Examples of aerobic: brisk walking or swimming. For number 2, anaerobic. It is high intensity physical activity that is done in a short duration of time requiring high energy. Anaerobic activities are strength-based activities in the absence of oxygen. Examples of anaerobic: heavyweight lifting or sprinting. Number 3, lifestyle. It is a physical activities which have been a part of our daily routine. Physical activity, play, an intense play activity that requires substantial energy expenditure. Examples of lifestyle: playing tag or hiking. Number 4, play. It is simple and self-reflected activities with flexible rules for the purpose of enjoyment. Example of play: sack race o laro ng lahi such as siyatong or tumbang preso. For number 5 is about sports. A physical activity requiring skills and physical prowess that is governed by set of rules and regulations that is often done in a competitions. Examples of sports, basketball, or soccer. Alright! That was all about managing stress through physical activity. I hope you have learned something from the subject matter we are discussing today, even in a short span of time. I hope you have realized that it is important to participate in all forms of physical activities or exercise because such have big impacts on one's mental and physical health in order to stay healthy. Let us not despair because of our present situation. Let us always think positive and work on anything so we do not get upset. Always find a way to exercise your mind positively. Okay? Now, let's evaluate your learning regarding today's lesson. The activity is called Guess What? There are 5 words to be selected. You may write either the word play, aerobic, lifestyle, anaerobic, or sports. I will repeat, there are 5 words for you to choose from. These are the words play, aerobic, lifestyle, anaerobic, or sports. Did you understand what I mean? Okay, let's start with the first physical activities that had been a part of one's daily routine. I will repeat, physical activities that had been a part of one's daily routine. What type of activity? Number 2. High-intensity physical activity that was done in a short duration of time requiring high energy and in the absence of oxygen. Again, high-intensity physical activity that was done in a short duration of time requiring high energy and in the absence of oxygen. What type of activity? For third question, a physical activity requiring skill and physical prowess that was governed by set of rules and regulation that was often done in a competition. A physical activity requiring skill and physical prowess that was governed by set of rules and regulations that was often done in a competition. What type of activity? Fourth, light to moderate intensity physical activity that requires more oxygen than sedentary behavior and thus promote cardiovascular fitness and other health benefits. Light to moderate intensity physical activity that requires more oxygen than sedentary behavior and thus promotes cardiovascular fitness and other health benefits. What type of activity? Number 5. Simple and self-reflected activities with flexible rules for the purpose of enjoyment. I will repeat, simple and self-reflected activities with flexible rules for the purpose of enjoyment. What type of activity? So this time, let's check your answers. Listen, I will show you now the correct answer. Number 1. The correct answer is lifestyle. For number 2 answer, the correct answer is anaerobic. And for the number 3 answer, it is sports. And for the number 4 answer is aerobic. And for the number 5 is play. Again, number 1, lifestyle. Number 2, anaerobic. Number 3, sports. Number 4, aerobic. And number 5 is play. Alright, what is your score? Very good. Congratulations to those students who made the right answers. For those students who felt that their answers were wrong, You may cope up next time around. Hold on! I know you can do it. Okay? For your assignment, answer the following questions in a paragraph form. Then, you need to take a picture of your answer sheets and attach it to our group chat or GC as evidence of submission. For question number 1, if you are to choose among the given physical activities, which do you prefer in order to relieve one's stress and why? I will read the question again. If you are to choose among the given physical activities, which do you prefer in order to relieve one's stress and why? And the last question, number 2, how will you manage stress in times like this when there is COVID-19 pandemic? How will you manage stress in times like this when there is COVID-19 pandemic? Alright! I hope that you have learned a lot in our session today. In our next episode, we will discuss another fun-filled and exciting lesson. I am Teacher Nelson Olite. Thank you for listening and God bless us all.
Wow! Thank you very much, Teacher Rolete, for sharing today's lessons. It was very nice, clear, and comprehensive discussion. Hopefully, you have learned a lot from today's lesson and you gain a lot of insights. I hope you will continue to watch our official Facebook page of DepEd Tayo and make sure to stay tuned only here at 98.3 Gold FM. Kuyawan, no? Till next time, on behalf of our teacher broadcaster, Teacher Nelson Rolite, I am your teacher host, Ma'am Benny Magno from La Filipina National High School, Senior High School Department, Division of Tagum City. According to John Legend, the best way to fight poverty is to empower people through access to quality education. To end, let us be careful, especially in this time that we are amidst of pandemic. Keep safe, everyone. God bless.